There have been 2 new pieces of information regarding the Anvil Paladin. The latest monthly report showed an image of the current state of the Anvil Paladin, and apart from being quite detailed, this might even be final art on this section of the exterior, there's an escape pod hatch built into the wing now. In what I think might be a first, we have always known escape pods were coming, and some ships have art placeholders for them, but this might become the first functioning one. Then, this week, the CitizenCon goodie bag was announced, and while the full content is still to be revealed, the suit in focus shows not only a pattern closely resembling the Paladin paint job, it also features the 01451 branding that is also found on the Paladin's wing. That, to me, is pretty much a confirmation that we will get the Paladin flyable this CitizenCon. And that motivated me to go back to the Paladin interior I built and see how well these new escape pods would line up. And it was always clear that the beds would double as escape pods, but just look how perfectly it lines up. So I wanted to update my Paladin reconstruction with that. If you like good topology, maybe look away for a minute, because this was supposed to be a quick update only, and then just see how that whole escape pod gameplay could look like. As always, it's just my ideas how this could look like. I don't have any more information than any of you do, and just for potential new viewers, I do not work for CIG, the exterior is the official model, the interior is my model built based on the blueprints, and it's pretty accurate. But at the end of the day, it's still fan art for something that is still in development. And if you have not seen it, I have a full tour of the Anvil Paladin interior that I will link below. Now, when it comes to the design of the beds, I did not really have any good reference in the Paladin artworks. They are mostly obstructed. So for my reconstruction, I looked at the Asgard interior, which just came out at that time, and I hoped that those two would use the same assets, but obviously the Asgards don't look like they could detach. They look like they are pretty permanently welded into the hull of the ship, but I thought that these angled walls in the back would make for a great coffin-shaped escape pod. Again, could look very different in the end, but I'm very curious how they will make this whole mechanism work. This quick and dirty mock-up raised so many questions in my head already. Before we use it again though, in the tour I talked about the second crew room being only mirrored on one axis instead of two, which I think is a bad idea because that way you can't easily tell which side of the ship you're on. Also, that would now mean the bed on that other side would not line up with the hatch on the exterior. Here is where it would be within X-ray vision. So I'm really convinced at this point that, unlike in the original design, the crew quarters will likely be mirrored on both axes to align with the same exterior hatch. Before we jump into the pod, as always, an immense thank you to my Patreons and channel members who helped me during these long breaks between getting high quality videos out. And also a reminder that they can right now check out my reconstruction of the Paladin and Galaxy for themselves in their web browser, as in a simple game scene I made, but that's just the interior I made. I can't share the exterior with you, unfortunately. And now to the escape pods. I mean, I have shown it in the intro and I don't think there's that much more to say. I expect the ejection to be triggered from here, not the cockpit. I am not sure if you can eject them all individually. That would mean you would have to start with the top one, because there's another room below. Or both beds could form one escape pod, and maybe in the Asgard that whole bedroom is meant as an escape pod. But I did not check the exterior, just a quick idea. And lastly, I added a window, thinking about that scene from the beginning of A New Hope. But with or without, it remains to be seen how much fun this feature will bring us. Because as always, I record the audio for this in a room matching the size of what you see on screen for extra immersion, and it kinda sucks. Now, thank you for watching and see you at CitizenCon.